I was born and raised in northern Uganda. I spent my entire childhood in conflict. So when it comes to conflict, I tell a personal story, and I don't talk about what I studied, but I talk about what I lived. But most importantly, how I've been able to transform my trauma into an opportunity for leadership. My story is, I come from the community that has been through hardship of conflict. My childhood was taken hostage by violent society. My future was destroyed because I didn't have an opportunity for study. I didn't have where to stay. I lost family members, I lost friends. The biggest fear was what to eat, and if you would get food to eat that particular day. Above all, you would be so worried to see your mother and sisters pick up the jerrycan to go and fetch water. You are so afraid if they will come back home alive. You're so afraid they will not be raped on their way to fetch water or firewood. And you would be afraid if at all you'll get something to eat. So I grew up eating 1 meal a day, and it took me over 7 years surviving 1 meal a day. And I still stood strong. Like anybody else who was suffering in society, there was no hope to many people. But in a way, something in my life kept on waking me up. I had so much hope, I had so much faith in the future, and I had so much trust in people. It started actually when I was 13 years old, growing up in the camp in Abia, northern Uganda. As a 13 years old, I saw my society had gone mad on war. On the government side, they made it possible that anyone who can shoot guns should learn how to fight and defend their society. That is a call from the government side. And on the rebel side, they were abducting everyone. And I saw both parties giving a platform, open arms to welcome children as young as 12. Lord Resistance Army would take children as young as 7 years to train them to become soldiers. But also in the community, I saw my age mates were frustrated, were angry. They all volunteered to go and be recruited as child soldiers, and they picked up the gun to fight. It was then that when I saw I was losing my friends. Even those whom were playing football with a few hours ago would go and join, and you will never see them again. In 2003, 4 or 5 days ago, the world was celebrating International Human Rights Day. I was in northern Uganda. And that is the day when my brother was abducted by the LRA in 2003 on the 10th of December. And up to now, he has never come back. So while the world is recognizing such a powerful day, to our family, it was it's always such a difficult moment, because the day that our right was violated at best. And I looked through my father, who is 78 years old. He has been waiting for his son to return home. It's over 15 years now since he was taken. He kept all his sandals and his clothes and tells everybody that keep those clothes there, he will wear when he comes back. He's getting more afraid and getting older and more afraid and fearing that he may not see his son again. And while I see the pain in him, I also relate his pain to the pain of over 30,000 people who are in northern Uganda. Over 30,000 children were abducted and they've never come back home. So this is the kind of trauma that we are going through. So from 2003, my life turned around. I somehow almost regretted, did I make a good choice to not fight? I could have fought and rescued my brother. But something in me kept on telling me that you made the right choice, because your brother will come back. We waited for hours. Hours turned into days. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Months became years. He's not yet back, and it's over 15 years he has not come back. We don't know if he's alive or no more, but we hope to see him one day. Trauma that became so close to me, became too personal to me, led in me the feeling, the determination to even do more. I was on the brink of crashing out, either falling out of my initially chosen path of peace, but something in me kept on telling me that stay strong, stay calm, in fact, do more to support people who are going through the pain like what we are going through. And in 2004, I started forming this initiative called African Youth Initiative Network, primarily to help me talk to fellow young people, have a legitimate legal background to talk to young people, to the community, to promote peace. We have supported integration to over hundreds of thousands of young people in their communities. And it gives us the basis now, because we address the victims' need, our talk for peace means something real to the people. And our talk for justice makes a lot of sense. And that's what has been giving us a good opportunity to engage the society, amplify voices of the victims and survivors of conflict. After years of working with the victims of war, supporting the refugee population from South Sudan, Congo, Burundi, especially young people, and after years of treating the war wounds, we ask ourselves, how long can this treatment go? And the answer was, let us focus on preventing war injuries. So we have come up with a program that, can we have an alternative strategy where we can have a sustainable program? And then we came up with a program called Peace Academy. The African Peace Academy is a platform to integrate both intellectual academic discipline together with a local African approach to peace building, conflict mediation, the Ubuntu, which is not taught anywhere in any university. In the bush, they are the most uneducated young people. Vicious, angry, sad, feels betrayed by everyone, and yet they are leading. And when you come out in the community, you find very educated, well-thought, leaders are running initiatives. And we're saying there are leadership on both sides. Can we help these young people who are leading rebellion redirect the pace of their leadership towards the goodness? And that's why we are saying we have an academy where we bring and appreciate everyone else's leadership, educated and uneducated, rural and urban, cross-tribe and cross-regional. Then we are able to bring a unified force for peace and justice in the community. War is bad. Life in conflict is horrible. Above all, life as a refugee or as an IDP person is even a horrible life. But it is where I built my culture, where I developed my faith into the future, where I became more appreciative of life. My mom always taught us that we are all created in the image of God. We will see so many things as we are growing up. We'll meet people with different culture, different beliefs, but we should show our love and kindness to one another. Regardless of which tribe, which gender, which culture they belong, we have to give love. That is the message I got from my mom when I was a child. Youth, we might be 80% of the world population, but we are the 100% of the world future. So we should work together.